Hello everyone. In this video I'm going to go over the best stocks to trade now from my point of view. And I would like to start by this disclaimer. I'm not a financial advisor. All investors are advised to conduct their own independent research before making an investment decision, and it is at your own risk if you decide to trade any of the stocks that I'm going over in this video. So now let's go over the fun stuff. So this is the first stock. Its symbol is MDRR. It's on NASDAQ and it's called Middle East Diversified REIT. Its price now is around $2.55 per share. Um, the reason why I see that this is a good stock to buy now is that, as you can see, there was a resistance here that was formed by a three points, as you see. So that was a strong resistance from my point of view, and it was broken recently, and the stock price went up, and then now it retracted, and now it's at this previous resistance, and because it was broken, so I believe now it's a support, and the price should go up from this point. So I think it's a very nice stock to buy. Um, One of the other things that I consider or that I like is that the average volume was 310 shares, or like 310 shares traded per day. Um, thousand 310,000 shares traded per day. So that's a good volume, or good average volume. And then the volume now, or for last day, was around 500 or zero point 0.5 million. So that's a very good view. That's a like a good volume. So, and the second thing that I love about that is the float, which is 3.29 million, and that's a very low float. So that tells me that the stock will can move in either direction really quickly, and like can reach very high percentage in a very short period of time. Like here, you can see that it went about 420% in one day. So it may be able to do that again. I doubt that it will go up like 400 or 500%, but it may go up like 2 or 300%. Never know. It may happen. And it also can go down. Like as I said, this is just from my own view, but I believe that it should go up because it broke this resistance, and this resistance should now act as a support. So this is my first stock that I like. Let's go over the second one. And yeah, before we go to the second one, actually, let's view that. So here, that's an analysis, and one of the analysts said that it's buy. That's why they gave it 100% like that. There are no options for this stock, and here's some information about the stock. Um, Here's what they do and stuff. So yeah, let's go over the second stock, which is MRIN. So it looks exactly like the previous one, pretty close, but it's a different one. This is MRIN. It's on Nasdaq. Marin Software is a company, and the price now is around $2.5 per share. Um, as you see, there was a resistance here that was formed by pretty much, like you can tell, maybe 1 point here, 2, 3 points. So from my point of view, I think that this was a strong resistance, and it was broken recently, so now it should be a support, and the price is coming down to that support. So I believe it's a very good time to buy, maybe, um, because the price should go up. And again, like the stock went up about 320 in one day, or actually 2 days. It went up that high percentage, so it may go up very high too. And the reason is that the float, which I like, it's 8.44. That's a low float, so it means that the stock can go up or down in a very short period of time, but I believe it should go up. And the average volume is about 1.34 million, so that's a good volume for me. The daily volume or the last daily volume was about 1 million, so it's good volume. Um, and let's look if we see. mm, that's the financial. That's nothing about the analysis really. It's short interest. Press release. There was one on the 10th. Um, and no options on Webull at least. This is the company information. So yeah, let's go to the next one. ARAV. This is ARAV. It's on Nasdaq. It's Arviv Incorporation. Um, let's take a closer look on here. In here. So I believe that this was a resistance that was formed by 1, 2, 3, 4 points, or maybe you can say 5 or 3 points. But I think this is a strong resistance and it was broken recently. So now it should turn into support, and the price seems to be going up, and the volume is also going up too. So that tells me that the investors like what's happening and that the price is going up. So that can be a good stock to buy. Its price now is around 7.3 or $7.4 per share. The average volume for the 3 months was about 170,000, which is still good. Like I prefer to see stocks that has an average volume of at least 50,000, 500. Not I'm sorry. I would love to see. I like to see stocks that have an average volume of at least 50,000, so that I can trade it confidently. But this one has above that, and the volume is the volume of the last day was 500,000, so that's pretty good, and the volume is picking up, so that's pretty good. That's stock that I would buy. And then the float is 11 million, which is also like a low float, so that also tells me that the stock can move up or down very quickly in a very short period of time, and I believe it should go up, or maybe it will go down a little bit to support, to go to the support and then go off from there to the top. So I believe that's a good stock to buy too. Let's see. Uh, I don't want to open the news, but you can look it up online. Um, and I feel like I don't care so much about the news as a chart itself, because it tells me that there is volume, the stock is going up, there was a resistance that was broken, and now it should be a support. And here, based on four analysts, it says it's a buy. One of them said it's a strong buy, and the three said it's buy. It's a short interest. Press release, nothing new. Insider activity, nothing in here. There are options to trade if you like to trade options. And this is some information about the company. It's in Texas. Here, this is pretty much a penny stock too, and all the ones that I went over are actually probably penny stocks, is what you would call them. The definition of a penny stock is different from one investor or one person to another. Like some people say that a penny stock is stocks below $1. Some people consider it to be anything below $5. Some people would trade. I think some people would say that it's anything under $20 too. So it's a different definition, but yeah, that's what it is. Um, that's ARAV. Let's go to the next one, which is SCKT. Um, so here, that was a resistance before that was formed by 3 points, and then I believe that this resistance was broken on the 12th of February, and the reason is that you can see that here the stock never closed above this resistance line, but here it did close above this resistance line, so that tells me that the resistance was broken. um, some of you guys would prefer to see it really clearly, and to wait and see what happens the next day. Some people would think like the same way that I'm thinking. So anyway, it's a stock to watch, at least if you're not if you don't want to buy now, I believe. Um, and Yeah, it's called SCKT Socket Mobile. It's at $3.25 now per share. Its average volume is 870 thousand shares. The volume for the last day was about 890,000 shares. And I like the float. It's a low float stock, 4.64 million shares available to trade. Um, and as you can see, like this means that the stock can move up or high very quickly. Like here on one day, it moved up about 250%. Um, so that tells me that it can go up really high too. Probably not the 250%. I I doubt that, but maybe it may even be more. You never know if things happen in the stock market, especially with the low float stocks. But yeah, that's it. Let me give you a closer look here. I think that helps to see that the price was actually the resistance was actually broken, and you can see that the stock also closed at the top of the day. So that means there is potential for it to actually go high. Yeah, it closed. It held its price really high. Um, that's good. Even at the aftermarket, it went up a little bit. So yeah, there is momentum, and there is people are watching this stock apparently and buying it. Then let's go to the next one, ABIO, ABIO, and or actually, oh, I forgot to look at the analysis and other things for the previous stock. Let's do that. Uh, these are the news on Webull, financials, analysis. There's no analysis. Short interest order flow. Nothing was recent though. No options. This is some information about the company. And let's go to the next stock, which was ABIO. Let's start by that. So this is a resistance that was formed by here and here, and I believe that this resistance was broken, um, even though it's not clearly broken. So maybe it's a stock to watch for now and see what happens. Maybe it will go up like here and then come back and retract, where you can buy it here, or go up a little bit and you want to buy it here maybe when you confirm that this resistance was broken. Um, but yeah, and also the volume seems like it's picking up, and that's a good sign that it seems like it's going up. As you can see, like here the volume was really high, and it closed above the resistance. So that means people are buying it, and that's why I believe that it might be a buy now. Um, and its price is at around $5.25 now. That's aftermarket. So aftermarket, it actually went up a little bit. Um, so yeah, I think it might be a buy actually now. Um, and the average volume is 700,000. The volume of the last day was 1.7 million. Um, that's two times the average volume, and probably here it was 5 million, which is like six times the average volume. So it tells me that people are buying it. And here the float is 9.29 million, which is a low float. So it also tells me that it can go up really high in a very short period of time. And yeah, let's go over the analysis. There are some uh, why we're not too worried about our ARC cash burn situation. So you can read these. I don't want to go over them. You can look them up online. Um, Here's the analysis. One analyst said recommended buying the stock. The short interest. Um, Press release. There was something on February the 10th, and maybe probably that's what's driving the price up. Um, Options. You can trade options. They're available on Webull for this stock. And here are some information about the stock. And yeah, so let's go to the other stock, our next one. This stock is not a buy, or actually, like this stock and the one after it are actually ones that I think are good to short now, not to buy. The previous stocks that I went over are the ones that I think you should buy now, or they're good to buy. But this one and the one after it are the ones that I think you can short, because and the reason is that like these are penny stocks, pretty much is what I would call them. They're garbage, honestly. And so as the other ones that I showed you guys. But the thing is that they're garbage, yes, but they go up based on support and resistance for a bit. And some of them might be legit, to be honest. But I think if a stock goes up that high in that short period of time, should go down really quickly too, and in a very short period of time. I mean, soon in a very short period of time, it should go back to, or at least like go lower than where it is now. And the reason is that the float, 34 million. I believe that's still a low float. And going up like to that percentage, 300% in like 3 days. It's about even 400% in 3 days. I feel like it should go down um, soon, and it should go down quite a bit. So that's why I wanted to mention that stock. Now it's trading at $16 after market. The average volume is 8.5 million. The volume is 7.56. Um, these are the news available on Webull. Here are the financials. You can see that that it's in the negative area. That's what tells me that I don't think it should be at that price for too long. It should go down. Um, two said it's a buy. Um, but yeah, I don't know when they said it's a buy exactly, and they might not be wrong, right? Maybe like these analysts said that it's a buy here or here. To be honest, because this happened recently, but I'm not 100% sure. Um, there was a press release on the 12th. Um, so I believe that this is a pump and dump stock. You can look up the term if you'd like, but it's pretty much, it means a bump and dump is when people like mention that stock in the news a lot and talk about it and say that it's great and stuff, then that's what drives investors to buy it, and that's what makes the price of the stock go up high. And then at one point, um, the news stops about it and no one is recommending it anymore, and that's when you see the price, all the people are selling the stock, and its price going down. That's a pump and dump, and you can look up the term. I'm sure you'll find a lot of information in YouTube videos about it, but here are some information about the company. And I believe we can go to the next stock, which is BSQR. That's also a stock to short, I believe, because it went up high to 500%. Now it's at like 350%, and it depends on where you're looking at that from, what your point is. But I believe that the stock went up really high in a very short period of time, and that means that it should go down. relatively soon. Um, the float is 12 million. It's a low float. The average volume is 5 million. The volume of the last day was 13 million. Its price now is about $8. It's called Besquare, and its symbol is BSQR. And you can see the news. You can look up the news on Google. Press release. Nothing new. And there are options available for this stock if you like options. And this is the information available on this stock. So yeah, that's it, guys. If you like the video, I would appreciate it if you press the like button. Maybe leave a comment and tell me what you like, what you don't like, what you recommend or not. Can also subscribe to have these videos available whenever I upload them, so that you can see them or be notified of them being uploaded right away. And yeah, I hope that you guys enjoyed the video, and please like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you.